A lot of people are in Clover, and I'm getting a lot of heat.
B. Smith included now.
Brad Smith also bought Clover. But for all of you people who are upset, I don't know, who are upset about Clover, well, let me just catch everybody up to speed. Clover is one of my highest conviction stocks, if not my highest conviction stocks. They had earnings this morning. They beat earnings estimates. They beat revenue, but they had a higher loss than anticipated, Brad.
Yes.
I don't want to really get into that yet, but what I do want to say is we'll get into the details of Clover. We'll answer any questions you guys have because I know you guys are in it and you probably want to know what I'm doing about it. But for those of you people who have been hating on me or criticizing me, my call out, I want to read to you a quote, and many of you will know this quote. It's a bit lengthy. It's Teddy Roosevelt, a man in the arena. Okay?
Okay.
It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again. But there is no effort without error and shortcoming, Brad. But who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in the worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, who at the worst, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. Now, I say this kind of in jest, but I do mean this. I love this quote. It's one of my favorites. But basically, it says it's easy to criticize when you're not in the game, right?
Correct.
We all fail and
armchair quarterbacks.
We all succeed, and it's easy to be critical of my call out. And I'm not even saying I failed yet because I haven't sold.
Correct.
But Clover did drop. It was up huge pre-market, almost 13% pre-market. Earnings come out. It drops slightly red. Market opens. It goes green, up 4% or something like that, and then it just drops nearly 13%. And so these are how these things go. We know earnings go like that.
Yes.
And it shouldn't surprise you. In the watch list today, it was on watch. It wasn't on buy. It was watch volatility. I said this could have tremendous volatility. Yesterday on Stock Watch Sunday, I said I still had conviction in it, but I had trimmed out of it before. Like, number one, you shouldn't do what I'm doing just because of that. Like, you should consider the things we say, but you need to do your due diligence and you need to live with your decisions. And so for those of you who are all up in arms, consider managing risk. And for those of you saying, you know, I did a short and joked about, I brought it to the channel, $14 a share. That was before the Hindenburg news came out.
Yeah.
Nobody can predict that.
No.
And
you can't. Yeah.
And
you really
so,
can't.
I'm not trying to make excuses here. My only point is nobody bats 1,000. And would I want it to be up? Great. But I'm not gonna regret my due diligence. So
you are a highly successful investor if you are right 50% of the time.
Yeah.
The only thing that makes you even more successful is risk management, and that's what it all comes down to, is managing risk. And I mean, I'm right plenty of times. I'm also wrong plenty of times. But no, I would venture to say that we get it right more times than we get it wrong, though. And so, like, this is obviously a I don't want to say a big whiff, but in the short term, it's a little bit of a miss. But
can you remind me of what account it's in? I can't remember.
The long term account,
which is at what time frame?
A year or better.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
A year. I'm looking within the year.
Within a year, yeah. So okay. I think, you know, with Clover, the everything that we talked about last night still rings true. The fact that it has a $3 billion market cap and it's bringing in nearly $1 billion a year, like
$2.7 billion market cap now.
People bought Nikola and they didn't make any money. They're still not making any money in this. So I'm not trying to compare apples to apples here. I'm just saying, you know, people have bought more on less. And they're still poo-pooing on Clover. So that's what that was just the point that I was trying to make.
Yeah.
And the with it being down here, it makes 0 sense. So that's why I decided to take a starting position on CLOV myself this afternoon at 664. So I'm in it with you, man.